Okay, let's go. Quiet, please. Let's go. Like I said, there's only 8 slides. We're going to be done with this before you go to lunch. Okay. Then just work on the homework from this, or work on the study guide, or do something like that. You could even listen to your music if you want. Okay? So, you know, if you're going to write equations in slope-intercept form, then what 2 pieces of information do you need? The slope and the y-intercept. So in this unit here, you're always given the y-intercept in one way or the other, right? Now, you may not be given the slope, but you might be given a graph which you can calculate the slope, or you might be given 2 points, including the y-intercept, to calculate the slope, right? That's not always the case. A lot of times, you know, you don't have 2 points that include the y-intercept. You're going to have to do something to figure that out, but that'll be the next lesson. So let's go to, I think there's 4 examples, and I'm going to be doing what's at the top, and you could do the one that's on the bottom. Right. So write an equation of a line with a slope of -2 and a y-intercept of 5. Right. So we know that the slope-intercept is y equals mx plus b. So where am I going to put the 5? 5 goes here, and the -2 goes here. So y equals -2x plus 5. So you go ahead and do the one at the bottom. Write an equation of a line with a slope of 8 and a y-intercept of -7. So what's the equation? 8x minus 7. Right? Slope-intercept form. Next. Okay, in this case, we're given a graph, and the graph shows the y-intercept, and then it actually is showing you the change in y, the y2 minus y1 and the x2 minus x1. So it's not exactly giving you the slope, but it's kind of giving you the slope. What is the slope of the line on top there? It looks like from this point, from the y-intercept to another point on the graph, it looks like it's down 2 to the right 5. So what is the slope? M is -2 over 5. And the y-intercept, the b is 3. So here's our equation. Y is -2/5 x plus 3. So you try to do the same thing with the one on the bottom. What is the slope? Okay, from the y-intercept, it looks like we're going up 3, right 4. What does that make the slope? 3 over 4, right? You don't need plus signs on that. Okay, what is the b? Right? -3. What is the line? 3/4 x minus 3. Too easy? Yes. Muy fácil. Good. So that's halfway done. Here's the next. So now we're going to write the equation of the line. And honestly, the way they're showing us graphs, right? The graphs have 2 points highlighted, but they didn't like show us the up, down, left, and right. Truth is, you could kind of tell, right? You could do it yourself to go up 4, right 3. There you go. There's your slope. But I think the homework problems, some of the homework problems, they're actually not giving you a graph. They're just giving you the 2 points and saying, calculate the slope, which we should know how to do, which we need to know how to do on this test. So I'm going to, instead of using it on the graph, I'm just going to like calculate the slope using the 2 points. Right? So the m is, right, And again, you got to decide which one is going to be your y2, y1, x2, y2, which is x1, y1. I think I'm going to use this one is going to be my x2, y2 for the purpose of subtraction. All right, so that'll be -1 minus -3 divided by 3 minus 0, which is -1 plus 3 over 3, which is, what do I have wrong there? Oh yeah, you're right. I was going to say, this is not working out. I didn't write that right out. It was -1 minus 5 minus -5. And then the 3 minus 0 is still good. So that's -1 plus 5 divided by 3. So that is m equals 4/3. And what is b? Yeah, the b is there. Remember, how do you know that this point is the y-intercept? If you didn't see it on the graph, what is it that tells you it must be the y-intercept? Because x is 0. When x equals 0, then the y-coordinate is the y-intercept. So b equals -5. So what is the equation of the line? 4/3 x minus 5. So try to do the same thing on the one at the bottom. That's your u try. So what is the slope of this one? What is slope? Yeah, I mean, for one thing, look at that line. Is it going to be a positive or a negative slope? It's definitely going to be negative, right? Now, you can decide which point you want to be x2, y2. I would probably use this one. -1 minus 1 divided by 4 minus 0, right? So that's -1 minus 1 divided by 4 minus 0, which is -2 over 4, which is -1/2. What is the b, Emily? b is 1. So now what's the equation of the line? Y equals -1/2 x plus 1. Again, if it was me, there's times when you have to be able to look at a graph when they haven't picked out 2 points, and you pick out 2 points. Like on a graph like this, if those 2 points weren't highlighted, you'd still want to be able to say, well, let's see. I can see that it's crossing the intersection of grid lines there, and I probably wouldn't go all the way there. I'd just go right there. It looks like it's another intersection of grid lines. So from here to here, it looks like it's down 1, right 2, -1/2. You know. So far they're making it easy because they're giving us the points and that. So last example. And this kind of gets in the function notation that we've been using so far. So f of 0 equals 5, right? F of 0 equals 5. That's telling you the coordinates of a point, right? The x, y coordinates of one point. Your challenge here is which value there represents the x and which value represents the y. Remember, when you do the function notation, it's f of x equals, right? So what's normally inside the parentheses with the f? It's the x value. So they're telling you the x value here is 0, and the y value then is 5. Remember, y equals f of x. You can use those two interchangeably. They're the same thing. So this is telling us a point. The point is 0, 5. And this is telling us the point. What is it? 4, 17. Okay, now we're supposed to come up with the equation of a line. Well, we need 2 things. We need a y-intercept and we need a slope. One of those is the y-intercept. Which one is the y-intercept? 0.05. So we actually already know that. We just need the slope. Well, how do you find the slope when you know 2 points? Plug in the formula. Y. Oh, John Trey. M equals, just so we remember, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, right? And so I'm going to say this is my x2, y2. So M equals 17 minus 5 divided by 4 minus 0, which is 12 over 4, which is 3. And what is the value of B? That's the B, right? The B is the x-coordinate, is the y-coordinate when x equals 0. So now what is our equation? Y equals 3x plus 5. Okay, so there's your last U try. There's your 2 points. F of 0 equals -2. F of 8 equals 4. See if you could turn that into y-intercept, slope-intercept form of a line. So tell me again, quiet please, Maddie. Okay, we're 1 minute away from being done. What point are they representing by saying f of 0 equals -2? 0, -2, right? And what point is this if f of 8 is 4? 8, 4. So now, in order to make the equation of a line, we need the slope and the y-intercept. We already know the y-intercept. What is it? The b is that, right? It's the y-coordinate when x is 0. So we just have to find the slope. M equals, I'm going to subtract, I'm going to make this my x2, y2. But you could do either way, it would work. 4 minus -2 divided by 8 minus 0 equals 6 over 8. But that could be simplified. 3/4. Right, so now what is the equation? Looks like we know M and we know B, so y equals 3/4 x minus 2. Done. So, if anything, that gives you more work with the function notation, which is going to be on our test, and we don't generally do as well with that. That is the entire lesson. So, and that is homework.